पता नहीं चल रहा।
ये लो शायद वो या दो है। हाँ अपने पीछे पास कर दो। अंकज की फोटो में आना किस्मत वीडियो है और
Did you? That's good. So we're here to celebrate a very special landmark, and everybody knows what that is. So why are we here? It's on the screen. Okay, so we are celebrating the 50 years Avijit Sarkar has spent on stage. So versatile creative as it to cut a cake, and it's an eggless cake. So people will love that. And more important than that are the photos. These are still present here. Some got away, many others tried to make it despite a very busy. Yeah, well, he's also old, but not in the sense.
भाई और बहनों, मैंने कोई अपनी जिंदगी में एग्जाम बिना पर्ची के पास नहीं किया। इंडियन लिंक में एक ऐड निकला था कि यहाँ पे अभिजीत भाई का एक एकेडमी शुरू हो रही है जिसमें जीरो से हीरो बनाए जाएंगे। That's why पहला सवाल मैंने आके अभिजीत भाई से पूछा, सर मेरी उम्र 55 साल है, क्या नहीं? तो उन्होंने बोला आपके जैसे कई आएंगे यहाँ पे। तो बिकॉज आई वाज द फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट, आई डिडंट नो। उसके बाद जब क्लासेस शुरू हुई तो मुझे अभी तक याद है कि पहला गाना था ए मालिक तेरे बंदे हम, और दूसरा गाना था ज्योति कलश छलके। बेसिकली जो शुरुआत में जब क्लास शुरू हुई तो गाने की क्लास थी, उसके बाद कीबोर्ड की क्लास थी, तबले की क्लास थी, मैंने तीनों क्लास की। बाद में डांस की भी क्लास थी और एक एक्टिंग की क्लास थी। एक्टिंग की भी मैंने की लेकिन वो ज़्यादा चली नहीं शायद। डांस क्लास के लायक नहीं समझा मुझे। मैं कहा हाथ पाँव टूट जाएंगे भाई, कहाँ आ रहे हो? देखिए, जो 19 साल के सफर के बाद मैं कह सकता हूँ कि अभिजीत सरकार, अगर मुझसे कोई बोलेगा आप अभिजीत सरकार बनना चाहते हैं, मैं कहूँगा नहीं। क्यों? कि आप सोचिए 400 लोग जब टिकट खरीदते हैं अभिजीत सरकार के नाम पे, और हजारों चीज़ें उसमें गलत हो सकती हैं। साउंड, सिंगर कभी सुर में नहीं है, कभी इंस्ट्रूमेंट ठीक नहीं है, कभी खाना ठीक नहीं है, किसी का रास्ते में पार्किंग नहीं मिली उसको, तो सबका इल्ज़ाम अभिजीत सरकार पे आने वाला है क्योंकि शो उन्होंने ऑर्गेनाइज किया है। तो इस 50 साल में करीब इन्होंने, मैं सोचता हूँ 2000 शो तो किए होंगे करीब करीब, और इनको ना मेरे को लगता है इन्फ्लेशन का कोई आइडिया नहीं है। क्योंकि अब भाई मैथमेटिक्स में आप गोल्ड में हो सकते हैं लेकिन इकोनॉमिक्स नहीं जानते। इनको ये नहीं पता कि $10 वाली जो टिकट है वो बढ़ के कहाँ पहुँच गई है। घरों की प्राइस 4 गुना हो गई है, लेकिन हमारी फीस अभी $10 है। हमारे स्टूडेंट्स ने बहुत अच्छा किया, कई शोज कर रहे हैं। अब हमारे एक नवोदित स्टूडेंट हैं उमेश, उनका शो है इस साल, उनको सपोर्ट करिए। मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि नटराज एकेडमी को सपोर्ट करिए, इसी के प्रोडक्ट हैं। और मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कि जितने भी शो होते हैं यहाँ पे, उनके जो मेन लीड सिंगर हैं उनका इस इंस्टीट्यूट से कुछ ना कुछ ताल्लुक रहा है। थैंक यू एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
I don't know what to say exactly because there is so much to say about him. So it was 2008 and we had been in Sydney since 2003. We didn't have any friends, we did not know many people here. And so again, Indian Link, to its credit, happened to tell me about somebody named Vinay Katyal, get in touch with him, and he got me in touch with Avijit Sarkar. And there began the story of my musical journey in Australia. So, to cut short, it has been a very pleasant journey from the very beginning. I still remember the first song that I sang. I went in, it was in Rose Hill, and it was a really small little room, and it was packed with people, and I was like, where am I going to sit? There's no place to sit here. And this is in 2008. So probably the school was, the academy was running for about 2 years now. A few more years with you. It's just not you, it's your family as well, Palu and Aida. And I've seen and I come in, take our photos one day.
फोटो बाद में भी होगी, अभी इनको लोड कर दो, अभी लोड कर दो बस।
सब लोग फोटो खींचे क्योंकि ऑफिशियली कोई फोटोग्राफर नहीं है, तो सब भेज दीजिए ताकि कंपाइल कर सकें। अभिजीत भाई फोटो।
Since 1975, and they'll be maybe eulogizing him or complimenting him, and I don't know, I haven't seen it, because honestly, all the hard work was done by Sumetha, her husband Ashish, and Akshay, her son. Taliyan.
Always, we all know how generous she is with her words, and you also know the reality. This can't happen without a team works. It is the whole team, and there are some people who were not in the team, but they have gone out of their way and helped for this. So तालियां उनके लिए भी, please.
Okay, so let's take.
Can I use this mic? Thank you so much, Ji. So, sir, 50 glorious years. So, this is truly a testament to your passion, your hard work, your talent. Agreed. And while we celebrate this milestone moment, we have received many beautiful videos from your friends, sir, and also some come from the family. And they are all wishing you on this special occasion. We are going to ask you some questions as we start this journey from 1975 to 2025, and we expect you to be very honest with your answers. So we all are aware of your strong work ethics. We have seen your discipline, we have seen your model. I'm still rubbing away. I still have the same mic in hand. I still have the harmonium. What do you think right now?
Well, my earliest memories, I used to, and these are truly my earliest memories, waking up in the morning and listening to my parents practicing music. That's how I grew. I literally grew up in the green rooms on stage. So my parents would be acting or doing concerts, and I would be inside, somebody taking care of me in the makeup room. That's how I grew up. Those are my memories. So I grew up in backstage, at home every early morning. I could hear them playing or singing or practicing. Those are my memories, and they are lovely memories, to be honest. Very lucky in that way. No, my parents, they were not the scolding type. I mean, they are not the hitting types. So, which is, Manbir would say that's unfortunate. They were not they were not the scolding type. So they
Goodness, that they didn't beat you up for anything. But how do we believe that as a child you never pranked, you never misbehaved? How do we believe that?
Oh, I did misbehave. I still do. I still do. As my stage mates will tell you, how it is.
I think
yeah, so,
Panuji as well.
yeah, I used to misbehave quite a lot. Yeah, what?
Tell them.
So, I was a bit of, did a little bit of mischief at school. The earliest memories of mischief are that I used to, India, you have this little rainy season, you have those little frogs running around in the grass. So I used to put them in a little box and take it to class. And push it down people's shirts and all that. So I was pretty good at that. My teachers knew about it.
And your granddaughters are also listening.
Yeah, they know about. They know the stories. Yeah.
Tell them about the fight that you had with somebody.
Put in some marbles and stones to hit somebody. Okay, because this was like paying back. What somebody had done to me. She caught me with that, with a sock with stones. So the plan of action was pure murder that day.
And after hearing all this, I mean, what do we say about Sir's parents who did not beat him up ever? I have no words. Great parents. So what's gone? What do you say? Tell us. Of course.
Yeah, I do look a bit like him.
A bit?
A bit. A lot like him. Yes. And I learned rhythm from him. So at a very early age, that he's the one who taught me percussion and the basics of our rhythm. So yeah, indebted to him for that.
So he was a smoker. Were you a smoker too?
Yes, I was. I smoked for quite a few years.
Okay.
And then I realized it's not good for you.
So you're smoking or you're singing?
Not for singing, but for social media. I'm not sure. He used to write a lot, not that he was published as such, but he used to write a lot of stories and poems and stuff like that. That was his hobby. He never wrote for any journals or anything like that, really. So he's a hobbyist, just as I write.
Tell me these wonderful stories, and they would be characters. The characters would be out of our everyday life, like an uncle who would be visiting, or a driver, or the, people around us. And they would all be main characters in this mystery stories. Yes, they were all mystery stories. And of course, there would be a background score. So he would break out into a music when needed in the story. I tell you, it was amazing. And meaning puppet show for my friends, they still remember it and they talk about it. It was absolutely wonderful. About his musical journey, I think I was part of it in some ways. I can see now how things were, developing even though in those years. So his music room was the most fascinating place for me in the entire house. He's such a mature person. And I think it's because of the life that we've been through, the hardships we have encountered, that he matured before his age, I think. But I'm truly grateful to him for keeping me awake, cocooned, saved, and not letting me know about, the hard times that we've been through as a family. He was always there. He was my safe anchor all the time. The one thing that really I would like to know, and I've never really been able to figure out, is the point of time when he actually decided to start singing, because we would hear him play music in the house but never sing. So one day when he comes and says to us that, I'm singing at the talent evening, so we said, singing? My mother was really curious and quite amazed. But we went to the show and he sang Na Tum Hame Jano, Hemant Kumar's popular song. And well, the rest is history, because his vocal journey took off from there. So I think, he has been a person behind whose quietness, I would say, lies immense sensitivity and strength.
That was heartwarming. You're a beautiful sister, I must say, and everyone will agree.
I was constantly playing when I was at that age. Constantly. I was not really interested in studies at all at that point in time. I just played instruments all the time. And I would make her sit down and listen for what I'm playing and try to explain the intricate parts of what I'm doing. So that's how it was, all the time. I don't know.
इस समारोह के नायक जिसे आप सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, श्री अभिजीत सरकार, उनका अभिनंदन करती हूँ। इस मनुष्य जीवन की 80-90 की जिंदगानी में 50 साल बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, और इतना लंबा अरसा उन्होंने तय किया है, वो भी बड़ी सफलता कामयाबी के साथ। मेरे साथ हेमंत कुमार ही गा रहे हैं। बस वो उसकी शुरुआत थी और उस पीछे इसके बाद तो इसने पीछे मुड़ के देखा ही नहीं। वो आगे बढ़ता गया, गुजरात में भी बहुत मशहूर हो गया था, लेकिन थोड़े कुछ साल में वो फिर मुझे पता चला कि वो तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया चला गया, लेकिन यहाँ भी उसने अपने जौहर दिखाए। आपके सब जानते ही हैं आज जो इसका परिणाम है, आप सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। 50 साल में ये कहाँ तक आ गया।
दोनों एक ही कॉलेज में पढ़े, गुजरात अहमदाबाद में चिल्ड्रेंस कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट हैं। अभिजीत विज्ञान शाखा का विद्यार्थी और मैं विनय आर्ट्स। दोनों के बीच में विषयों को लेके तो कोई खास ऐसी बात कॉमन थी नहीं, पर हाँ संगीत मुझे सुनना अच्छा लगता था। अभिजीत गाते अच्छा है और कॉलेज के उन दिनों में अभिजीत का अपना एक अलग ही मिजाज हुआ करता था। आप मेरी मुस्कुराहट से समझ चुके होंगे कि वो कितने लोकप्रिय हैं, उन दिनों में भी कितने अच्छे हैं। एक अभिजीत में बहुत सारे रंगों को समेटे हुए। अभिजीत का अभ्यास का क्षेत्र मैथमेटिक्स, फिजिक्स, उनकी रुचि का क्षेत्र संगीत, कसरतबाज भी है, अच्छे म्यूजिशियन भी हैं, बहुत अच्छे चित्रकार भी हैं। आजकल तो उस विधा में अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। उनके कमरे में जब कभी आप दाखिला लो तो पता चले वहां म्यूजिक के इंस्ट्रूमेंट बजने की उत्सुकता में।
We all heard those words, muskurahat and mizaj and something. You have to decode that for us because we need to have some insight there. What is he talking about? He's your college friend, so definitely there is something to know there.
Smile. That's far from the truth. I mean, I've got the same complaints from home too, but that's besides the point. But yeah, that's what, because as I said, I'm essentially an introvert person. अभी तो ज़्यादा नहीं है, लेकिन वो ज़माने में तो बहुत मैं hardly spoke to anyone. Just to be sort of be alone, hardly smile. So that's what he's referring to. Did I smile then? No.
He said आपके बहुत सारे चाहने वाले।
हाँ वही तो।
वो तो और बात थी।
वो बता।
वो जो मिजाज है, मुस्कुराहट and one dot.
Of the three Mandir and myself, I would like to wish Avijit Sarkar, a well-known musician of Hindi, on his 50 years of service to the state. The Mandir also acknowledges all the work he has done for the Mandir for the last 45 years by giving free programs. Thank you very much, Avijit.
इस कार्यक्रम में तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूँ। मैं जतिन कुमार भट्ट इस श्री मंदिर ओबल, जो सिडनी का सबसे पहला मंदिर है और सभी आस्थाओं का प्रतीक है, आज इस माध्यम से मैं आप सबका स्वागत करते हुए आज ऐसे मौके पर हम एकत्रित हुए हैं जहां श्री अभिजीत सरकार जी की अपनी इस संगीत साधना को 50 वर्ष पूर्ण होने जा रहा है। स्वर के द्वारा अपने हृदय को स्पर्श करने वाले आप इस अविरत यात्रा का एक पड़ाव पे पहुंचे हैं जहां हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। लेकिन मुझे भगवान से एक ही प्रार्थना करनी है कि ये पड़ाव और ये माइलस्टोन आपको हर तरह से आपकी आयु, आरोग्य, ऐश्वर्य और आपके इस सुरीले और साधना युक्त संगीत को और अनेक प्रकार से प्रतिष्ठा प्रसिद्धि और साथ में आपको अपने आत्मा और आत्मभाव को सदा ही संतुष्ट कर सके। मैं जानता हूँ आपने
And many of those years, I must acknowledge here that Avijit in the audience, his support has been truly. There are some musicians without them, I really don't want to go on stage. These days, I really don't want. One is Avijit and one is Sadik, so I really don't feel like doing this. It's not about music, it's just that feeling within my heart. I feel empty when I'm there on stage. Really, I want to acknowledge that.
So, my association with Avijit started more than 35 years ago. Since we moved to, myself, Jagdish and my children moved to Australia in 1991. Everything, we all had music books. So I still have that. So I have put the date of one of Sri Mandir's program, Navran. It was back in 1992. I remember the month, August as well. And the song I sang first with Avijit was, guess what? That was the song. I think that's more famous. And more famous. Avijit has made it more famous than Hemant himself. And those were the days, all my friends, Kannada speaking people, they used to assemble there. And then, Kannada people, they love Hindi songs, especially these old numbers. And the comment or compliment, Avijit has himself accepted that he doesn't smile too much. So that was that. They said, who is that who looks like Shatrughan Sinha? Sings like him. That was the signature. This is 92. Shatrughan Sinha, he was in his primes as well. So that was a compliment he used to get every time. And since then, we have been performing together for, Sri Mandir is one aspect of that, but we have done so many programs together.
I was just wondering, do you remember when and how we first time met Avijit back in India?
Good question. Actually, I don't know when we both of us together met him, but I know I met him the first time. This is going back to 1970s. Ahmedabad used to have a school of architecture which used to host this program called a rock concert. In our days, everything was kind of called rock, but it was actually a pop concert.
And we all went to see the show, and the girls went crazy over like this handsome young drummer. He was not just into music, he was just into drumming. And he sang so beautifully as well that day. So we had girls swooning over him left, right and center. That's my memory. And I think this would be in 1978.
Oh, okay. And it was in ST Hall?
In the university campus.
University.
Lovely.
Lovely.
That's where they saw me. The rest, as they say, is history and geography.
And we knew you wouldn't say that, but one day the students have planned to invite this couple to the academy. We'll have perhaps a detailed discussion on what happened in 1975 and how this history was made in 94. So Rachna ji, if you could just speak a few words of this journey of yours.
कम ही बोलना
तो यहाँ पे टीम्स भी हैं।
मैं अभिजीत के लिए क्या कहूँ, लेकिन the met was at my brother-in-law's place, and it goes back to 1991, I think. And I got to know that there is one singer who has arrived from India, and they had listened at Liu at the, I think, Auburn Temple, Bhajan, and that is how like I was introduced to Avijit, and that was 1991, and then we have been singing for so long. And our Shami Ghazal is entering the 35th year this year. So, yeah, and we have done some concerts in Adelaide, in Canberra, with very interesting musicians.
Elaborate, please.
Yeah, and what else can I say? That he's a man of very few words, but his talent speaks at all. So yes, so nice to be associated with you. And with that, I would also like to say that we are having our 35th Shami Ghazal on the 6th of September. So it would be nice to have you all there. And Avijit के साथ में मैंने जो the first ghazal I sang with him was ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो. और अभिजीत की मुझे ghazal बहुत पसंद है, जो बहुत ही amazingly गाते हैं. तो मैं उसकी दो लाइनें आप लोगों के सामने होठों से छू लो तुम. होठों से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो, बन जाओ मीत मेरे, मेरी जीत अमर कर दो. होठों से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो.
पर्सनैलिटी है. तुम्हारे नाम की तितली दबोच ली, हमने तुम्हारे नाम की तितली दबोच ली, सब रंग कायनात के मुट्ठी में आ गए. अभी साजे दिल में तराने बहुत हैं, अभी साजे दिल में तराने बहुत हैं, अभी जिंदगी के बहाने बहुत हैं. दरे गैर पे भीख मांगो ना फन की, जब अपने ही घर में खजाने बहुत हैं. बांध ले हाथ पे, सीने से लगा ले तुझको, जी में आता है तावीज बना ले. क्या बात है.
We said that we'll get a tabla player from here, and they said no, we have the best player. There's no point in getting somebody from city. So I said, oh, it must be something. So we went to the stage, and this packed audience, a big audience, and we sat there. This gentleman came and he sat down next to me. So I sang. I remember I sang "Tumko Dekha To Ye." So after I sang that song, and he played, he was alright. And then he leans over to me and he says, okay, that's the only rhythm I play. So Rachna was shocked. She had nothing else to say. So what we did was that I quickly switched over to all the songs that is to that rhythm. That's all we did. And for Rachna's song, I played. I played the tabla for an entire section. That was a strange musician thing. To my other forms of creativity, in my paintings, in my cartoons, in my writings, for example, it's all about observation. Across the audience today, when I look, I register things, expressions, how people are sitting. And this comes into my work as a cartoonist.
We have observed that too. About the new generation that are perhaps not as hard work. And these two are truly with exceptional qualities, and we are soon having a concert with them.
Years, such a huge milestone for you, and we are so grateful to have connected with you and collaborated on such amazing projects together. I remember meeting you first at the YRF dinner.
We would like to.
Faster than we can in terms of music. So by the time he would start, that should be every day of your life. That's where the problem lies sometimes, not with everyone.
Thank you for that. For a beloved father and a beloved Nana. Thank you so much for that, Annette.
So proud of you. You have been such a great dad and such a great Nana to these girls here. And I just want to say that something that I love is that I know and we know a different side of you than everyone else. We know the silly, goofy side, and I love that we get to see that part of you that no one else sees. And I feel like music and songs and Indian culture has been such a big part of my childhood and who I am today because of you, and I want to thank you for that. And so well done on this big achievement. We are so proud of you and we love you so much.
Hi, Nana.
Okay, hello. I'm actually extremely honoured to be standing in front of you today because one, my dad has never asked me to speak ever at one of his concerts. I think he's a little bit scared about what I'm going to say, but today I have the mic, and so I'm not going to hold back on the stories that I have to tell you. But before I begin, we have a little surprise. I just wanted the girls to say something about their Nana, so I might just start with that. Chloe, do you want to start? Where's your speech? Go get it. Oh, you know.
Congrats, Nana. Congrats, Nana, for tonight. You pushed yourself to 50 years on stage. Thank you for always being there for everyone. We love you.
Before she says, I have to say that, you see, I'm very formal of wearing jewelry and all that, and people know that. But this one is a special one. This pink one that she made, Chloe. Okay, so I promise her I'll wear it on stage.
Congratulations for being on stage for 50 years. That's a really long time. No offense, but that's 5 times my age. I'm not saying you're old, so let's just say you're really experienced. Jokes aside, I just want to say that you're the best Nana, singer and artist in the world.
Talks a lot, he's full of stories, he's constantly talking, and you know, even with the girls, they would be so surprised to hear all of you say that he's a man of few words. I just thought I'd let you know that he's a completely different man at home. You know, Rashmi was saying before that wherever she goes in the world, if I remember to tell him after I wake up, I absolutely will tell him. Look, when they immigrated here, it was in 1990, you know, they decided that my dad would come here 1 month before my mum and I would arrive, and his entire role was to find a job, get an apartment, put food in the fridge, right? What he did was, he ended up staying with someone he barely knew, and he said to them, you know, I will sing. I will sing for you. You know, I will sing. If anyone's going to listen, I will sing. And he did that, and he did that often. He did that every week. So by the time my mum and I arrived in Australia, he had already found a job in IT because he was applying for jobs in the day, trying to make friends at night with his singing. He found a job in IT. He found an apartment in Parramatta, really about 2 minutes from here actually. And he had got food in the fridge. But do you know what else he had? He had a network of people already. That is extremely surprising for someone who doesn't talk very much. You know, that strategy, let me tell you that strategy that I think we all need to implement in our lives, and I'll tell you why he built a group of friends so quickly, is because he gave his, this mic is not working, he gave his skills and really need to do. Even when he was singing when he was 16, you saw his sister speak before, you know, he wasn't singing just for the fun of it. Yes, he loved singing, but you know, he was putting food on the table for his parents and his sister. They went through a very difficult time, and he supported them with his singing. He ate last. And even to this day, he does that for us too. So I want to say that today, we are extremely lucky. If you're sitting in this room, we are honored that you are part of our lives. But we are all very lucky to know him, and I think I'm the luckiest one because I get to call him my dad. So thank you very much.
is Avijit Bhai's very good friend, Manbir Singh Kohli, the Kehte Sunte guy on the radio. Come on, Manbir.
Normally I don't prepare a speech, but today I prepared a speech because I didn't want to miss anything. So if you think I'm going to read, yes, I'm going to read, but please do pay attention because I want to highlight some important parts of Avijit's life. Dear friends, I welcome you all to Avijit Sarkar's 50 years on stage. This is, some of you haven't been on this earth for as long as he's been on stage for. So a heartfelt journey that he's dedicated to the arts. He's become a beacon in the world of creativity, teaching, music, and singing with unwavering devotion, while finding solace in sketching with a brush or these days with an electronic pen, and pouring his deepest thoughts into writing. And above all, he's nurtured a love for the community that he's so tenderly built, like you just said. I first met Avijit, this is going back many, many years, when my friend Shelja, a student of the Natraj Academy, invited me to one of his student workshops in Parramatta. I stood in awe, actually, as beginners who had never dared step on stage, performed before a small, supportive crowd. That's where I met you also, Sade. In that safe space, free from judgment, wrapped in the warm embrace of their guru, family and friends, they shed their fears. Avijit himself offered encouraging feedback, a prize more valuable than gold. It was a brilliant idea, dissolving stage fright and coaxing out hidden talents. That day I saw the magic of his mentorship firsthand. Over the years, I've followed Avijit and uncovered layers of his character. He's not just an artist, and I want to talk about something that he does. He performs and shares his gift of music, but he's also a philanthropist with a quiet strength. We still know him as a shy and softly spoken person, but of course, I won't say that he doesn't talk. We do have some great conversations. He observes society, and I think a lot of you have said that, with a keen eye. And I see myself in some of his cartoons and I pull him off for that. He doesn't hesitate to speak his truth with clarity and grace. And I've come to adore him as a devoted husband to Palu. She's a very patient woman. And whose unshakable support has been his rock. And as, of course, as a loving father and father-in-law and a grandfather to his 3 beautiful granddaughters. He's a masterful cook. In case you haven't weathered that storm, it's fantastic. And most important to me, a dear friend. And I must say that I have had some very great conversations with Avijit, and I don't see him as shy that time, but maybe it's a one-on-one kind of a thing. But today I want to talk and shine a light on Avijit and Palu's incredible philanthropic journey. 15 years ago, Palu faced a harrowing battle with breast cancer. They vowed to transform the struggle into hope for others. They pledged all proceeds from Avijit's creative pursuits, his music, books, and paintings, to medical research in Australia, beginning with the New South Wales Cancer Council. Later, their generosity found a home with the Cure Cancer Australia Foundation, a small yet mighty force in cancer research. Now, patrons of these organizations, they are welcomed annually by the Governor-General to meet the brilliant scientists they support, a privilege that must fill their hearts with pride. Beyond cancer, they've championed motor neuron disease research and other vital medical causes. Since 2010, every cent from Avijit's artistry and the Natraj Academy, Sanjeev ji, वो $10 जो हैं वो वहाँ पे जाते हैं, has flowed to charity, a testament to their boundless compassion. Avijit's efforts haven't gone unnoticed. In 2020, the city of Parramatta celebrated his contributions to art and culture with the Australia Day Award. In 2022, the Indian Literary and Art Society of Australia bestowed upon him the Lifetime Achievement Award. These honors reflect a life of impact, but his true reward lies in the lives that he's touched. And I'm sure he's an artist generating factory, I must say. As we applaud Avijit and Palu tonight, let's reflect on what their journey truly means. It's not just about awards, though they've earned them richly. It's about the students they've lifted, the community they've embraced, and the lives they've saved through their generosity. It's about a love that has weathered storms and a legacy that will echo for generations. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in the thunderous round of applause for this magical duo. Through their artistry and kindness, Avijit and Palu have not only elevated our expectations of music and performance, but have woven a tapestry of hope, healing, and love that makes our world a brighter place. Thank you for being patient and listening to me.
I think we are going to play a clip, Akshay. We're playing a little clip before we call Dr. Palu. The actor.
आँखों में नमी हंसे लबों पर आँखों में नमी हंसे लबों पर क्या हाल है क्या हाल है क्या दिखा रहे हो बन जाएंगे जहर पीते पीते बन जाएंगे जहर पीते पीते ये अश्क जो पीते जा रहे हो
To the front.
For those who don't know me, I'm going to introduce myself as I always introduce myself. I'm Avijit's wife. Yes, 50 years is a long time in someone's journey, and especially a music journey. And I'm just very happy that I was with him for most of that journey. I first met him at Xavier's College when we were both studying together. I'm 3 years younger than him, and he was already a star at college when I met him. So here is a star, people are raving over him. Oh, he's got once more in every talent evening that he does. He's a topper in his class, so anyway. This superstar that I knew, later on when I knew him a bit more, I realized what a hard-working man he was actually. So because of his talent evening, he got into a lot of shows. He got a lot of professional shows because he was discovered in the talent evening. And there was a time, and that was God sent, because he was going through such a rough period with in his family, the financial side of things. So this music actually supported the whole family. There was a time when he was doing more than 20 shows in a month. He would come to the college. Sorry, I thought you were at the back. He would come to the college, then in the evening do the shows, then study in the bus back home, and then next day attend college again. It was a very tough life, and I've seen him go through it. It was, but he just went on. Just did it day in and day out. So we decided when we got our little beautiful girl, Annie, we decided that we wanted to come to Australia. So we both applied. Avijit applied, I applied for the immigration. Mine was rejected within 2 days. I got a reply back, no, we don't need any doctors in Australia. So that was fine. Because of his IT experience, we came here, we got the visa, we came here. And he gave away all his music instruments before he came. He said, "Kaun sunne wala hai mujhe, in Australia, like it's all finished. Now there's no music in my life. I'm just going there, new job, new place." And he comes here, and within 2 months, of course he was a household name, not a household name for music lovers, Ahmedabad. So when he comes here, somebody in 2 months' time recognizes him. "Avijit, what are you doing here?" So this man says, "Come Avijit, you must come home and you must sing for us." That was Dinesh Bhai. Yeah. So we went to Dinesh Bhai's house, he had called all his friends, and this $90 Casio keyboard that he had. And Avijit did the whole, sang all the songs on that Casio keyboard. And people really thought, oh, this is astounding. Then he was called to do this at the Urban Mandir. So Urban Mandir, one of our friends was doing, that time Jatin Bhai was not there, no one was, it was just a little hall there. So we were called, Rajiv Chaturvedi, he said, "Please come, I'm getting all my other friends to sing also, so you come and sing a bhajan as well." So we just said, yes, okay, we both went. Everybody sang their songs, and then he said, "Avijit, tum bhi gao." He said, "Yeah, okay." He sat, he said, "Par mujhe to microphone chahiye, mujhe to microphone bina I won't sing." Then that somehow someone brought the microphone, and he said, "Mujhe to harmonium chahiye, I don't sing without a harmonium." And these people, I could see the look on their faces, ye kya overacting karta hai aadmi, what is he up to? Like, why is he doing all this stupid, he thinks he's a star or what? But then he got everything ready, and he sang "Wo Kala Ek Bansuri Wala," that song, and I think he took everybody's breath away. And I think from that day onwards, everybody wanted him. There were lots of shows that we were invited at so many places, and because of him, I think we knew just sitting across the table or sitting on the same table as Jagjit Singh, Ghulam Ali, Munni Begum, Abida Parveen. So everybody I've also met because of him. So that was a big achievement, I think. Most of you must have had some learning experience from Avijit, right? But one thing that I think we all need to learn from him is his resilience, is his perseverance in doing things. Because he doesn't let anything get him down. He just holds on to his values, his beliefs, and he doesn't care whether you believe it or not. He has his own beliefs, and he will make sure that he will stay with that. Just don't ask him for any advice, because he'll give you lots and lots of advice, and then it won't stop. So he's got lots to say. But also you must have noticed another thing that I've tried my best to learn from him is his on-the-spot humor. He just brings it out, like it just dwells. So I'm just going to ask you this. I don't know whether you remember, okay? But long time ago, he would tell me that, "Palu, there is one rag that I will never sing in my life." So me, with my music knowledge, I had no idea what he's talking about. So he said, "Okay, you tell them why you would never sing Rag Bhopali in your life."
Yeah. So Bhopali is essentially a raga in our system, which is a pentatonic raga. It's got 5 notes, where the 4th and the 7th are not used. So Madhyam and Nishad are not used. And so ma and ni are not used. And early in my life, I realized that why bother about singing when there is no money? So that was one of my least used ragas in my lifetime.
So, sorry, I don't know whether this
It's an interesting thing. So we decided, I told him one person cannot go and tell him because the audience will know. Instead, I said, why don't three of us go and stand as if there's a chorus in the song? So we walked in, stood next to him, and he was shocked because there's no chorus in the song. So then I leaned, I spoke to him softly, I said, yaar, zipper khula hai, zara samбhal ke. So he turned around for the first music interlude. I don't know what happened before that, what the audience saw, but he turned around for the first music interlude, pulled up his zipper, and he stood there singing a chorus which was not there in the song. All because of his open zipper. So such things do happen on stage. Yeah, when I go there and I always think, would the audience love it or not? Yes, you might throw in a couple of ones which, but most of the time, at least I do that. I sing what the audience likes, and because if they don't like you, and without audiences, people like us, we are nothing. Otherwise, we're just singing at home. So most of the time, I make sure that the audience is happy. That's my philosophy of performance, always.
move on to the next one, which you have nice people here. Ah, that's it. Joe, look at that. See, I'm growing old as usual. So,
There are many professional players, so he's that level. So I sang a film song for him, and he played tabla for me. And I told somebody to take this photograph. It's not going to happen again. That's it. And that is one moment I was very scared, very, very scared that he was playing. But the song is not for singing. That's one of the things I learned from him. Perfect understanding of poetry and phrases. That's what he does.
another one.
Father taught me initially a little bit, but most of the percussion and rhythm that I've learned, and the techniques and the styles and fractions has been taught by this man to me. He's passed away a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago. His name is Kishore Banawali. So since the time I was maybe 18, was really interested in playing, he would always take me with him. At that time, it's not like today, you know.
So I met with Avijit a long time back, 2007, on the eve of Guru Purnima for the Shirdi temple. Jack uncle invited me, and that's the first time I met with him, and that was his 50th birthday. I'm sorry, I'm probably giving out his age. And when I see this 50, you still look 50, so I don't know when he actually started singing from. So from there till today, it has been an amazing journey with you, and I will never shy away to say this, that my journey in Sydney, Australia he has been the first source for me to be into the music industry. He has been the first person who has encouraged me to start teaching. So like Sandeep Bhai said, that all of us have got some connection somewhere or the other with Natraj Academy. And I did actually prepare a good speech, but then Avijit took few lines from me, and then he has already warned me that I'm not supposed to use those lines, so I have to make it short. No, honestly. But one thing I would really like to say that, that those days when I first started singing with you, I would see you, I would see Rachna ji, I would see Pushpa ji, and the quality of music encouraged me to keep myself into practice, to do better every day. And in you, today's all the musical aspirants are all musical aspirants who wants to be a star. And in you, I saw a star who was still pursuing music. Thank you.
Since you've stolen things from Srijani's speech, I think it's your turn to say a few words.
You can, if you want to.
Journey, musical journey.
musical journey with Avijit. It almost 2 decades now, and it has always been a lot of so much of fun sharing stage with him, discuss music and any sort of creative arts with him. And I try to learn so many things from him. And the most important thing I have learned from him is how to give respect and to encourage your co-musicians on the stage. That's really amazing. He has, because he has his gift of gab, where his vocabulary anyway so fantastic, and he knows what to say, when and how much to say. And the most importantly, having said that, if you all know that when he introduces an artist on stage, he makes sure his words are so kind, so loving, so compassionate, so respectful, and so creative. That's really amazing. To me, he's a big brother, he's a family, and we have a lot of fun memories on stage, and it seems like he's one of the binding factor in this big music family. And what should I say? Yeah, thank you very much for introducing me in front of this audience when I just came here new in this country, and being an important part of my musical growth and my musical journey, and most importantly, the best human being who I can call best friend, brother, anything. And I'm so grateful that being a part of your musical journey was maximum time with you on stage in this last 20 years. And I'm looking for many more years, and maybe another 50 glorious years. The reason is, with age, our creative aspiration, especially singing, becomes challenging. But he's still doing that with full energy. Not even singing, playing so multiple instruments with full energy and effortlessly. Yeah. So that is so inspiring, so amazing. Yeah. Thank you very much once again for completing 50 years.
Can I just quickly say,
where should I start? It's an amazing journey with Avijit. But this evening I was fasting, but I sat down and like he scribbles, I cannot write, like him, the way he does. But I scribble a few things here. Just to start with, he's like a mentor, he's a big brother. Abdul, 2002, Abdul met me in my prayers, and he says, I want you to introduce to a man, his name is Avijit Sarkar. And I said, okay, right. And I said, what should I do? And he said that आप यहाँ पे हॉल में पहुँच जाओ, रेड में वहाँ पे आपको गिटार बजाना है. So मैंने कहा मेरे पास तो गिटार भी नहीं है, I was a student, so अब्दुल ने मुझे गिटार दिया और मैं गिटार लेके पहुँच गया. मैं जब इनके पास पहुँचा, इन्होंने मुझे देखा और उन्होंने ज़्यादा बात नहीं की, जैसे बोलते हैं ना लोग कि ज़्यादा बात नहीं करते. अब मैं बताता हूँ आपको कितनी बात करते हैं. तो उन्होंने बात नहीं की और मैंने कहने लगा सब गाने की स्किल में है, तुम देख लो बस. इन्होंने मुझसे इतना कहा सिर्फ, और मैं बजाता रहा अपना जो मेरे को आता था थोड़ा बहुत मैंने बजा दिया. जब मैंने बजा के ख़त्म कर दिया, इन्होंने कहा तुम्हारा नंबर. मैंने कहा सर मोबाइल मेरे पास कहाँ से, और गरीब आदमी भी स्टूडेंट हूँ, भी आया हूँ सर मैं. तो कहने लगा अच्छा ठीक है, मैं अब्दुल से बात करूँगा. एंड देन ही टॉक टू मेहदी भाई, एंड फ्रॉम देन ऑनवर्ड्स in his whatever show to date, अभिजीत भाई का मैसेज आ जाता है सारे एडवांस में कि ये डेट्स बुक कर दो मेरे लिए, you know. So that's very generous of him that he believe in me, and particularly Avijit, you know, we're two of us, you know, and then we are very humbled by that you have done this generosity. और मेरे घर में अगर रोजी रोटी थोड़ी कभी कभी आती थी ना तो वो भाई की वजह से आ जाती थी, you know, क्योंकि बहुत टाइट था सिचुएशन फाइनेंशियल। तो जैसे भाई के दिन गुजरे ऐसे हमारे भी दिन गुजरे। और you know, there's no harm in saying, मैंने एक गाना गाया था किशोर नाइट पे कि जीवन के दिन छोटे से ही भी हैं बड़े दिल वाले, तो मैंने भाई को वो गाना डेडिकेट किया था और अब्दुल की मॉम को किया था, बिकॉज ये दो वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने कंधे पे हाथ रखा, सर पे हाथ रखा, प्यार दिए, तो हमें भूलना नहीं चाहिए इसलिए। तो थैंक यू भाई फॉर दैट लव। Regarding his humor, I would say he's got the most infectious humor. Backstage आकर आप आके देखें कितनी बात करते हैं हमसे, कितनी मजाक करते हैं। अभिजीत हंस रहा है, इतनी मजाक करते हैं कि मतलब आपकी सोच है। आगे में नहीं बोलता। Instruments, I think in Australia, I'm not talking about Sydney in Australia, इनके जैसा हार्मोनियम बहुत, maybe बहुत few people can play a harmonium like him. और गुरुस के साथ आपने फोटो देखे तो you know वो स्टोरीज हमने सुनी होगी। I love the play he played the accordion in the last concert. I think I was there and then he was playing and I said भाई एक नोट मिसिंग है। इसने नोट इसलिए मिसिंग है कि वो की नहीं है भाई। तो मैंने कहा फिर आप कैसे बजाए? I'll make it up यार। So वो देखिए टूटा हुआ तबला होता है, टूटा तो बजा लेता है, वो टूटा हुआ accordion तो ये होता है आर्टिस्ट होता है, you know, that's a and you learn things from him. Rhythm, congos, amazing. मैं रात बाकी गाना गा रहा था और बप्पी लहरी का कॉन्गोस उसमें बजे थे ओरिजिनल में। मैं गाने के बीच में मेरा गाना रुक गया, शिवांगी मुझे कॉल मार रही है, सादिक भाई गाना गाओ ना। मैंने कहा यार मेरा ध्यान पूरा कॉन्गो पे जा रहा है। The way he was playing that congo, he was taking out that original tone. I'm talking about my ears, okay? थोड़ा बहुत हम सुनते हैं अभिजीत और मैं, हम लोग को पता है म्यूजिक क्या है थोड़ी बहुत। He is fantastic with his rhythm. Big round of applause. मेलोडिका भी बहुत अच्छा बजाते हैं। तो ये इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स की बात थी। दूसरा मैंने इधर स्पिरिट लिखा। अब स्पिरिट को वो हमारा स्पिरिट वो मत समझिएगा मैं पीने वाले स्पिरिट वो भी होता है, वो बहुत खतरनाक होता है। मैंने अमिताभ बच्चन के बाद दूसरा आदमी देखा है जो छोटा सा बॉटल लेके बैठता है, यार तुम भी मारो तुम भी मारो तुम भी मारो। तो ये बैक स्टेज ये भी चलता भाई, सॉरी थोड़ा बहुत बाहर आ।
अभिजीत भाई ने माना किया था बोलने के लिए,
ये भी बोल दिया तूने। म्यूजिक बना हुआ है, स्टोरीज में पूरी रात निकल जाएगी, एक दिन बैठना पड़ेगा इस डिबेटेबल पे यार। सो क्लासिकल, सेमी क्लासिकल और ओल्ड सॉन्ग्स जो मैं जितने मैंने इनसे लर्न किए, शायद मेरी जिंदगी में किसी से लर्न किए। मैं पुष्पा दीदी से मिला इनकी वजह से, मैं अभिजीत से मिला इसकी वजह से, मैं श्री जानी से मिला इनकी वजह से, मैं रचना दीदी से मिला इनकी वजह से। So I'm so humbled and privileged that I've worked with these amazing artists. And you know what? 2008 से लेके आज तक अकेडमी के साथ मेरा रिश्ता अभिजीत भाई की वजह से बना। There are so many beautiful voices. Some left, some are still there and they're singing, and God bless them. They're doing an amazing job. They're singing so beautifully. Keep singing, keep learning from your teacher. He's an amazing teacher. मैंने कुछ भाई आपके लिए लिखा है। शायरी नहीं, आज थोड़ा इंग्लिश में लिखा है। I've named it is Avijit's journey with me. Okay, तो उसमें मैंने पहले इनके लिए लिखा और फिर उनका कनेक्शन मेरे साथ क्या है वो मैंने लिखा। शायद मैं कन्वे कर सकूँ मेरी थॉट्स थोड़ी बहुत जो भी है। मैंने लिखा कि when I see your work, it gives sparks that it does catch your soul. I see a part of you in every glimpse of your art that you create and every piece you create. You march, your heat, and wildly dance to your wild rhythm. With passion runs through your veins as emotions are fueled of your craft. Certain pieces you protect and keep to yourself, while others you build, shake with the world. You are all of the above and more, Avijit Bhai, and relied into an amazingly talented and skillful artist because you are an artist. You are an artist and you are an artist. And then I connected to myself that I am an artist because of all the above ingredients, I was heartbroken, I was alone, I was scared, I was disconnected, I was insecure, I was sick, I was exhausted, I was anxious, I was merely lost. As a brother, as a mentor, you guide me, and now I'm sane. I am relaxed. I am surrounded. I'm fearless. I am imaginative. I'm brave. I am transforming. I am wise. I'm competent. I'm fulfilled, and I'm extremely happy to be your side of this. Thank you, bhai.
आपने कई बार पोस्ट किया होगा सोशल मीडिया पे कि सिनिसिज्म बहुत ज़रूरी है. मुझे लगता है हर एक आर्टिस्ट में एक स्टेट ऑफ माइंड, एक मूड बोर्ड होता है जो हमारे माइंड के अंदर होता है. जब दादा मुनि के साथ मैंने ये वाली वीडियो बनाई, बहुत ही प्यारी वीडियो है, और उस वक्त तो मैं पैदा भी नहीं हुआ था. नहीं, मैं पैदा हो गया था इस वक्त जब ये गाना बना था. कैफी आजमी ने लिखा था, उन्होंने शायद कंपोज भी किया है दादा, राइट? कैफी आजमी ने नहीं, जगजीत सिंह जी ने इसे कंपोज किया है, राइट? तो और वो अर्थ, वो फिल्म मेरी बड़े दिल के करीब है. फिर जब तक मैंने ये रेडिशन सुना दादा मुनि की आवाज़ में, तो और जो हारमोनी थी, जो मेलोडी थी, जो संगीत था, जो लय था, जो रिदम था, वो मुझे एज एन आर्टिस्ट बहुत इंस्पायर कर रहा था. तो मैंने डरते डरते लेकिन इनसे पूछा कि पालू मैम भी फीचर करेंगे क्या इस वीडियो में? पालू मैम वुड ऑल्सो लाइक टू फीचर इन दिस वीडियो. तो और इन्होंने चेक किया और मुझे इमीडिएटली जवाब दिया, यस शी विल ऑल्सो फीचर. सो मैं घर पर आया उस दिन, हमने इतनी अच्छी एक्टिंग इन्होंने की है, लेकिन हमने उस दिन इसको मजाक में बनाया होगा. इन्होंने मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा खाना कुक किया था. ही रिमेंबर्ड, एज ही ऑल्सो मेंशंस, दैट ही हैज एन एलिफेंट मेमोरी. इनको याद था कि मैं वेजिटेरियन हूँ और पनीर इज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट डिशेस. तो इन्होंने मेरे लिए खास पनीर की सब्जी बनाई थी, दाल बनाई थी, और आई थिंक कोई पारसी वेजिटेरियन मेनू भी थी. सो थैंक यू दादा फॉर गिविंग मी सो मच लव इन लास्ट 6 years.
Let's go. जाके बात करो.
Avijit bhai, would you like to say a few words before or after?
No, I've said enough. I didn't say that.
Open now.
इतनी बड़ी तो केक पूरी शादी में नहीं थी. कमाल कर दिया.
फिर से करनी है शादी. Palu ji, please come this way.
Are we taking it? My car is blocked. I can't do it.
I think Sumedha.
Car block is
That's our tagline today.
One, two, three. Make some noise. Video. Make some more noise. All right, thank you. Oh.
अरे इतने पाप है सब रख के ऐसा भूजा रख के ऐसा इतने पाप है सब देने बार बार दिन ये आए.
Somebody has to eat it. I'll eat it myself.
He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. For nobody denies.
एक दूसरे से
करते हैं प्यार हम एक दूसरे से बेकरार हम एक दूसरे से वास्ते मरना पड़े तो
तैयार हम, है तैयार हम।
प्लेट्स एंड स्पून चाहिए उमेश आपके
उसको डब्बे पे डालते हैं टू मच
है क्या सर वो